I've been street homeless, rough sleeping, 3 or 4 times. I've spent some times on the streets of Bristol, streets of Birmingham, streets of London. In Bristol and that, there is a lot of caring people out there and that, and you can find food pretty much most of the meals of the day. We had a place in Bristol called the Bear Pit where it was contained, and it was an area to avoid or an area to go to if different people. So it was a centralised place where everyone would come. You'd have people coming down there that were medical professionals. You'd have people coming down St John's Ambulance, religious groups with food. You'd have documentary makers. You'd have all sorts of people. You'd have people making music videos down there. It was quite an artistic hub, and there was a lot of transference from people that were considered the lowest in our society to the people that were kind of looked like the most efficient and well together people in our society kind of coming together. So it was kind of like a melting pot for all classes, all races, all creeds. And then when that got closed down because of the hotels wanted to close it down because of their businesses or sanitize it, it's not actually closed, so they got rid of all the places. That kind of spread it out, and so there's more people that have got lost because the Bear Pit's not there. But at the same time, looking at it from the other point, yeah, it was probably because of a bit of violence down there. It was probably the people, the businesses and authorities thought, we need to be seen to do something. So they shut down the Bear Pit and got rid of all the places, and they cleared up that. So yeah, a lot of people got lost and went off to different places. So it's not a real centralised place now. But at the same time, it's pushed a lot of these guys, homeless guys, into the shop doorways on the main drag, the main street in Bristol, which is pushing it into people's faces. So, is that a good thing? Is more going to get done because people have to, a lot of the businesses now give out coffees in the morning, and that a lot of the people that are 9-to-5 people walking into work and that are seeing this, it's in their faces. And when there's a problem, if you kind of hide it away, then does that problem ever get solved? The fact that it's being pushed into people's faces now, people on Spice or Riggedy, as they call it around here, just like, and like overdosing and having heart attacks in the middle of the street, ambulances coming around in the middle of the high street and stuff like that. Yeah, it can be looked at as quite shocking and quite, we don't want to see this in our Bristol. But listen, we got problems. Here they are. What are you going to do about it? Empowerment, again. How are we going to empower these people? For me and for a lot of people, it's the arts. The arts are a freer way of trying to do data inputting or trying to do... It's either the arts or people jobs like counselling or therapeutic jobs or stuff like that. How are we going to get these people into a position where they feel worth, feel useful, feel confident enough that they can do that? First of all, you got to meet their basic needs, which is put them in a fucking house or a flat, not a fucking tent in the middle of the park.
I've gone through quite a few experiences. I've been somebody who's rented. I've been somebody who's rented from, let's just say, a less than perfect landlord. I've been someone who has gone through the dry house system. I have been homeless, usually for a few days. So I have found it quite difficult myself regarding finding myself a home. If there was an easy answer, I think, then it would be done. The only thing that I can really think is for people that are homeless, they need to be shown more services and more respect. Bristol's quite good because you can get food quite readily. There's a few places where you can get some food, so you should be all right, for calories. But what do you do in between? It's just sitting around, and you can go from one service to the next service to the next service to the next service, but I feel just like an unwanted person. I think a lot of people would like somewhere to go, you know, a day centre, something like that, somewhere where they could go. You know, if a meal's provided or just the shelter and warmth for the day is provided, and we're not lazy people, so we can help. You know, if there are sort of a day centre or something like that, or some projects that we can do and help work our own way out. You know, anyone can be a volunteer. You know, or even just help out. I don't know. I don't want to use the old "give a man a fish" and you know what I mean, and he can eat for a day, and you know we've all heard that, but it's that sort of thing. It's something that give me the opportunity to do something, and the reward of doing that is that I'm doing something, and I'm not sat on the street. I'm not trying to beg. I'm not trying to hide away from society. I'm not, you know, sitting in the bus station or sitting in the library or just clogging up, you know, McDonald's or something, and they're trying to push you out. You know, it's give us something to do, you know, and because there's, you know, we're not going to be able to magic houses and rooms and places to stay up out of nothing, but that's something that's quite tangible.
I 100% think there needs to be a day centre and more resources for people to be able to go to places and get like dry clothes and somewhere to shower and just things like that, because speaking to a lot of people in the show and from my own personal experiences, it's just like you can't get these things in the services that we have currently. They just don't have these things there. It's just food and tents and just like, it's not really like showers and you can go there and have a shower and get cleaned up and things like that. Obviously there are hostels and stuff, but there isn't enough. It can be tedious constantly going around to all of these places and not getting nowhere. So having a release for that isn't drugs or alcohol, for a lot of people would be a good thing, because people tend to drugs and alcohol to numb their mind and get away from it for a while. So yeah.